Thank you for joining us, Banna. I'm so happy to have you as our first guest on our Proyecto podcast. Um, and as one of our newest directors. I'm really excited to get to know you and work with you. So I would love to take this opportunity, to extend this opportunity for you to introduce yourself and tell all of us who you are.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. And I'm excited on the first one, because I mean it's always exciting, but when you're the first one, it kind of puts a little tone to it, different tone to it. Thank you. I'm excited. I love the LB. I've been going to the meetings for a long, long time, actually, for years. And I'm a director. It's funny how life works. So I am Banna Fakhoury, a Miami native. It only made sense for me to start working and create the Miami Guide and really take it to the next level. So I co-own Ocean Sky Media, which is a full service marketing digital agency, and Ocean Sky Media owns the Miami Guide, which is Miami's leading media platform. It's your number one Miami resource. Whatever you want to find out what's going on in the city, that's where you would go. On Instagram, we have about 255,000 followers, and we have a very large database of from business owners to consumers to followers to anything you name it that wants to be part of Miami. We kind of have a very good grasp on all of it. So it's very hyper local account. It's special. It's fun.
Amazing. So, fun fact, I've been following the Miami Guide even before I knew you. So, I'm so excited that it organically happened that you got introduced to our organization and everything it's starting to come full circle, but I'm so happy to have you a part of our team. Um, how did you, what inspired you to start the Miami Guide?
Yeah, so how it happened is that the Miami Guide existed for about 10 years.
Okay.
My partner kind of started it, and then I joined into the company a couple of years ago. And then from there, we really took it to the next level where we created a whole entire marketing agency too.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's fun. So the Miami Guide was basically just like a simple Miami page. It was very much just posting photos of Miami. It wasn't really what it was today. And then I joined a couple of years ago with my business partner, and we said, okay, now it's time to monetize. Now it's time to make some money on this. So it went from a hobby to a business when I came on board.
That's kind of like the best formula.
Yes, hobby into a business. At first it was our side projects, and now it's our main business really for the most part. I mean, I have my real estate, but this is my other main business, and it is another main business, and it's a passion of mine too. So when you combine the two passions, I feel that's like true harmony.
I love that. I love hearing about passion projects turned into, your full, that's kind of like the dream, right? Find something that you love and like that cliche, you never work a day in your life kind of thing. What year did you take over fully?
I joined about 3-4 years ago.
Okay. Was it pre-pandemic or
So we joined the Miami Guide like about 3-4 years ago, and then Ocean Sky Media, the marketing agency that kind of owns it all, was born in the beginning of the pandemic, like February 2020, I believe it was born, the
okay.
marketing agency, and we have done like incredible things in this like pretty kind of short amount of time in the middle of the pandemic too. We like doubled down. We said, you know what? I think it's time. We saw the need for it. We saw that it was very much needed, and it really was the best bet we did.
Okay. Did you face any challenges? And I guess what I want to know is, how did you overcome those challenges? I know you say you double down, but like those were definitely um difficult times where none of us really knew what was going to happen, at least in the hospitality industry, or anything like that. So I kind of want to know how you overcame that.
Yeah, yeah. It was not easy. Number one, the pandemic, we're like, what? I mean, and we're in Florida. And so
Right.
our lockdown was like 8 weeks or so. Wasn't so bad, but there was a good 3-4 months where we didn't really know what to do. We were scared to get groceries, Lysol, everything. I mean, it was like some weird times. So I think the biggest challenges we faced is that we could no longer go to events. We couldn't do that one-on-one, and I'm very good at with like one-on-one, and you meet people, and from there you nurture, but you meet them, your first contact is meeting them, and then from there you kind of develop it, as opposed to this where it was fully Zoom, fully phone calls, fully emails, fully social media. So we really had to adapt and pivot towards a completely virtual strategy, and I think that, so it also caused a lot of people to get on the board faster, like to get, this is the new future, Zooms, like electronically, digital ways of speaking, no longer we can meet and go have a coffee and do all of that. So it was a learning curve for the older generation and those that aren't even like tech savvy, getting into this new world, really. And then also the pandemic, people are like, wait, I don't know what's going to happen. Should I spend money? Should I not? But luckily marketing is always needed, and we noticed that it's always needed. And there was people that really needed so much help with it. So we overcame.
Yes, you did. And I mean, numbers don't lie. So with a following like that, clearly you've done an incredible job. I guess to get a little more personal, I would want to know how do you define success for yourself and your business?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I believe success is when we all win. And I mean, that sounds kind of cliche, but it's really true. I feel the happiest, and my business partner can vouch for me. I really feel happy when we all win, and it's a win-win-win-win-win situation. And for example, we try to create events and create collaborations where every single person involved in that giveaway, in that project, kind of wins, not just us. And I think that's true harmony and true business and true success is when it's a win-win situation for everyone involved, that nice like business harmony. I like that. I think that that's really, really a nice way for me to define success.
I love that. I love that. And then walk me through, what is a day in the life for you?
Oh my God.
You wear so many hats, so I want you to walk me through I guess your perfect successful day.
Oh, I'm in Italy on a yacht, so
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Honestly, some of my days are so crazy. They feel like they're two days in one. Like it's like, when did it
I
begin?
hear you.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I wake up like 6:37. I just got into juicing, so I've been making some celery juice in the morning.
At home?
At home, I bought a little juicer. Yeah, 2020.
Nice. It's funny. I just bought one for the office too.
I love it. I mean, mine is a little cleaning it every time, but it's fun. And
Yeah.
I feel good. Yeah. So I do that. I'll do some tremble, some yoga, some workouts, something like that. And then check the emails and send proposals. Check our CRM on HubSpot and see what businesses come in. A lot of our business are like inbound leads.
Okay.
People want to get featured on Miami Guide, people that want to work it. And then we kind of put together a nice proposal package for some of these clients, because marketing, I mean, one story is not going to do much,
Right.
so you have to make it a thing. So why don't we do 2 to 3 stories a week, plus maybe a reel, which reels are like the future of marketing, reels. Then we'll do, why don't you go on our banner, and then on our website banner, and then why don't you be part of our email newsletters? So it's really a collective effort. So making sure that that's all in the game plan. I'm more on the sales, bringing new contracts in, and then Mike is more on the day-to-day handling like the other side of the business too. It's a really, really nice, wonderful business relationship. We really understand each other.
That sounds amazing.
Amazing. Because I mean, partnerships are not easy to begin with,
Right.
So, and I think in Miami it's not easy either. So I think that
We have a little bit of a stigma.
we do, and it's just a big melting pot. So we come from different places. My business partner's from Amsterdam, actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
I don't know. So about a couple of years ago, actually, he reached out to me for me to be his 100th guest on the podcast.
Wow. Look at you. First and 100th.
Podcast.
You're the podcast queen.
Right. So then I was doing we had been brainstorming and why don't we do like these workshops together and this and that, and then one thing led to another, and we created a whole agency, and now we have clients and brand partnerships and like big clients and big partnerships like Ultra, Formula One,
Amazing.
we work with the Dolphins, we work with the Heat, now we're putting something with the Marlins together. So and for me, success is like, I'm from Miami. So it's not like I'm from somewhere else and I came here and I started doing this. No, like I was raised in these streets. Like we know the city. And so to sell the city, be part of the city, protect the city, like promote the city. I mean, that's success.
Of course. No, that's
not Italy, but it's success.
close enough. You'll get there. So that I love hearing stories like this because it kind of just seems like everything happened, organically. And that's really, when you don't force something, that's really I find to be the best foundation. When things just kind of seamlessly happen and one door opens and like then they all start trickling down and everything just kind of comes together, and that's just it's chef's kiss. That's what we all aspire to do.
Yes.
Right? What is one of the most common myths about your industry?
I would say that it's easy. It's so easy. People love to say like marketing easy, real estate
Right.
easy.
Right. Oh, how hard is it to post on social media?
No, it is such it's like a baby. I call it a baby, and it's like you have a child and you have to raise it and give it so much attention and love and see what works. Maybe my kid doesn't like this, is allergic to this, and you got to like monitor marketing tactics and you got to do all these things. And then you got to work with clients, it's still a client-based business. You got to work with clients and their needs, and they don't like and what if the results, and what if this, and they don't like that. And then so it's very, very one-on-one. You have to know how to adapt to different personalities. And yeah, so it's not so easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And we do a good job, and we really, really care about customer service. Like that's one of our number one priorities here. We're not like just like a random media. It's a couple other media platforms, like ours. Right. But I worked with some of them and they're all very nice and very great. But I just feel like we really, really try to maintain that upper level of customer service, of luxury, of concierge. What can we do for you?
Right.
I think for me, all very one-sided here. No, we're not like that at all. We want everyone to win. We're not greedy. We want to build a long-term partnership.
Right.
So those are important things to us.
How big is your team? Because fun fact about me, I come from the marketing industry before I dove into the LBA. So I was in that world for so many years, and I know it takes a village. So how big is your team? Obviously it takes time to build content, put everything together. So tell me a little bit about that.
No, it's him and I, right?
That's it?
And we have some help virtually,
right?
Like assistance with some of the
stuff,
but that's about it.
Wow. So you are essentially a two-man show and you're just doing incredible things out there.
I think about it. I honestly feel like he's two people in one and I'm two people in one. He's very good at content creation and I am too, and I'm like the mind behind it all, the little brain behind it all, but he's a very good executor. So, I think in the future we're considering expanding a little more in the next
well, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, we do, especially the whole sales part. We want to grow more clients and things like that. So
absolutely,
how it all plays out. But we're picky, and not that we're picky, but we have high standards and we're like a little family. So we want to make sure that the person correctly,
That's amazing. Well, we're a little family too, so I can totally understand that.
LBA's a whole family. Yeah.
We are a big happy family. What is the best or the most important advice you've received when starting, when venturing off into your own business?
I don't know.
Or let me rephrase that. What is maybe not advice, or like what is the most important thing you've learned? Like what has kept you going?
I definitely have this like inner, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I think I'm like an alien or something. I identify as an alien. I I have like this inner thing in me really to just strive. And I don't know
Okay.
if it's because I have my own goals and aspirations, but I feel like when God, the universe, whatever, gives you this like skill set and power and discipline, you have to do something with it, you know? And so I think that that kind of really, really guides me towards the future and for what I strive for, my goals and aspirations, you know? I feel like that's like really a big part of all of it. Yeah.
What would you say?
You know what? A piece of advice. So like not that they told me, but that I tell my employees and
Okay.
my employees and my part and my agents and things like that, and Mike too. If you're not careful with your time and your intentions, people will waste it. And it could be intentionally and it could be unintentionally. But if you're not focused and you don't have the right metrics in your mind and the right like discernment, practicing discernment, listening to your intuition, seeing what the cards are being played, seeing what the vibe is, you might lose time, you know, people like wasting your time, from people buying houses to clients searching the market to people not knowing what they want to do, and their uncertainty can play into your business. So
Right.
you need to learn when to cut your losses short, you know, hire slow, fire fast, you know, and this is all time based. So to me, time is the most important thing, and whatever we can do to buy our time, you know, and I think that like people think that life is like this rehearsal, and it's not. It's all we have, and time is flying. We're already mid-January, you know, so I'm
Now or never.
very conscious of my time these days, and everyone around me as well. Time, you know, it shouldn't take 3 days to do something, so time is very important in our business.
Time is definitely it's a currency. So it's the most important thing. But where it gets tricky is where do you learn to be patient? And when do you know when to just cut it off?
I don't know. I
You
haven't learned
trust
that.
your gut there?
So when you find that out, let me know. No, I do yoga to kind of ground me and
When
acupuncture,
when
and that
I
kind of
crack that code, I'll
like,
share that info with you. That is just that is the ongoing lesson in life, I think.
okay, so I mean, when it comes to business, in my opinion, patience is perhaps, you know, when clear communication solves a lot of things in and out of business, you know, clear communication and expectations being set. And the more you communicate with me, the more clear you are with me, perhaps you're not willing to do this deal with us yet because of this, so and so and so. And so by the time in about 60 days, we will be more, you know, ready to work with, okay, patience, no problem. We're here for you. We'll do this with you, you know? If we see some kind of, you know, that's okay, I think. But it's when you don't have the clear communication, when there's mixed signs and all of it, um when there's just a bit of shadiness, you know, and that's in and out of business. So I think that you have to listen to yourself, and that's where it's important to have your values intact. And that's where, you know, like Ocean Sky Media, we're incredibly ethical, we are incredibly by the book, we are incredibly, you know, and that's our kind of our mission statement, is to be this like ethical, respectful brand. And from that, we're able to kind of have great values, and we know who to work with, when not to work with someone, when, you know. So it's important, I think, to also have your inner peace intact.
Okay. So the Miami Guide is obviously your baby. Is this what you would consider yourself the most proud of?
Yes.
Yes.
I would think so.
Do you have
Miami
any
Guide is
secret
awesome.
plans for the Miami Guide that you can share with us?
Awesome. I love the Miami Guide. I love it. I am the biggest supporter. I mean, obviously I'm biased in it, but I think we're truly awesome. Like, I really do. And we have a lot in the works. Like, I am trying to work on putting out some awesome, awesome merchandise.
Ooh,
Working with someone in the LBA, of course, you know, keeping it in the
gotta
family
keep it in the fam.
ways. So we are working on something like that. I want to have something like right now, when you, let's say you have a cousin that came from, I don't know, somewhere, and they want to take back a piece of Miami with them, a shirt, a hat, this. Where do they go? Really? Where? The Alton Road little shops? I don't think so.
No.
You know, so where can they go to get something? So we're trying to create something, a really nice design line of the Miami Guide that women wear, men wear, unisex, you know, gender doesn't matter. Just something very anything, a hat, polo, a shirt, a tote bag, a candle, where I really want to, I mean, I hope nobody copies me now, but I really want to create my own sense with a Miami Guide, you know, like this,
Love that.
like a vanilla mango, or like
Keep it
something like,
tropical.
something mame, like something like
I was just gonna say, I think if we're gonna stick to Miami, I think you're gonna have to throw in some mame in there.
right, something like that we're thinking of. I definitely want to create a charity. Like I am super into philanthropy. Charity warms my heart. I think that in the next chapter of my life, I think charity and philanthropy is like top of the priority, really.
Okay.
Um,
That's
so the
where that's your long-term goal.
long-term goal is to create a charity and some kind of philanthropy efforts, like so the Miami Guide, we are connected with so many different people and organizations. So we were thinking of creating like I might do it still, the Miami Guide charity channel,
Ooh, I love that.
right? So for
I love it.
example, let's say you're into helping children, right? Maybe children in inner city places or that need housing or like whatever it is that they need. Where do you go to find that? Where do you go to benefit
Google.
them? So I think this will provide a more intimate way of doing that. Like I have close ties with Ronald McDonald House, close ties with 100 Women Who
Just
Care.
kind of a way to just bridge everything together.
Exactly. Maybe even a certain thing like you donate $50 to Miami Guide and Miami Guide distributes
Distribute.
$5, $5. So I'm still thinking of the model, but that's really, really something we're passionate about. We also want to put out like a little cute magazine, like not nothing like Proyecto, but like a little cute guide, like a couple pages, type of thing to maybe distribute everywhere.
Okay.
We'll see
I
what comes.
think that ties in perfectly. I mean, everything that you're talking to me about between the merchandise and all of these other outlets, how do you stay, how do you keep up with the times and stay creative? When do these ideas come to you when you're doing yoga or
In the shower.
in the shower? When the best
Yoga.
ideas happen.
No, yoga. I mean, if you don't manage your wellness and your
Like, do
yoga,
you set a time apart in the morning? It's like, okay, let
yes,
me get my creative juices flowing.
absolutely. But you know what? I'm a very good like time manager. I feel like I am. Like I
Okay.
take days off and I go to the beach and I go to the spa and just kind of whoop. So I think it's very important to recalibrate. But what were we talking about?
How do you stay creative?
Creative. Okay, yes. So I also have like a super creative mind, I feel, and I feel like I get really
Is your
inspired by
mind just like liquid? Things just
oh,
pop up?
so I
And
now
how do you keep them in your notes? How do you even like keep track of them?
on my notes, I text him. I'm like 3 a.m.
This is what we're doing.
I'm so happy he's so supportive. Like I love him. I'm
Let me
just so
tell you, you're
grateful.
really lucky.
Right, right.
Yes.
Right. He's married, has older than me, has a wonderful wife, wonderful family, like so easygoing, so so supportive of my ideas, like of my personality, which is it can be intense sometimes. So it works really, really well.
No way.
Um, and we try to be on top of the ball and seeing what's going on. Like for example, the Reels thing I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
Like Reels never used to be a big deal. Reels were like, oh, something there. Now it's literally the forerunner. Now it's like what brands want to see. They want to see the engagement, the likes, the shares, the this. What are you producing for us that is showing numbers? Really, all they care about are the numbers these days. So we partner with micro influencers. We became real experts ourselves. We're always trying to stay above the game. Like Mionetto Prosecco, government of Italy, is like a client of ours that we work with. They're like, we want you to work with, boat, water influencers. What do you think? We put together a cruise and content. So we had a local boating client of ours. We had a boat, we had our influencer, we had the Prosecco, we had a drone footage going around, shooting all of us. They loved it. We loved the video, went viral. I mean, that's the success in business that I was talking about. Harmony where we all win. I got featured like as a front cover of like a little model. Like
Ooh, what a plus.
Yonetta Prosecco one, the influencers got their content, like, perfect.
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. So I know future plans, yacht in Italy, right? I mean, aren't those all of our future plans? Charity, anything else?
Charity, the yacht. We'll see what life takes us. We want to grow a little more, a lot more apparently, but everyone wants a slice of Miami, right? I call it a slice of the pie, and big brands and all these big companies really are trying to tap into our city, and we are the kind of the entrance, right, to the city in a way.
Right.
So and we never thought, well, we kind of thought, but we never thought we would have these type of brands. Like, these are huge corporations that we're partnering with. So I think that if we did this and we work with Nestle and Formula One, I mean, what's next? I mean, we can work with, anybody really.
The sky is the limit.
I've been saying the impossible is possible.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm gonna have to steal that quote from you. I'll give you the credit though.
You got it.
So my next question was going to be, how do you disconnect? But I know how you disconnect. You take you manage your time to a T. You take your spa days, you go to the beach. You really have mastered being able to, have the work and life balance.
Like today, I did yoga in the morning, and then I went to acupuncture, and then I went to work. I mean, not all my days are like that, but it's okay to mix it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Full grind and then full relax. Like, no one works like that anymore. You do. I don't have time to take 10 hours off, but I could take an hour or two here and there. So
absolutely. No, you need time to just gather your thoughts and regroup everything, and then just hit the floor running.
I take naps. Do you nap? I'm a napper.
Oh my God, I am a huge napper.
Necessary.
I took napping for granted, clearly, because I need a nap. So funny. I'm so glad I met somebody else that does it too. Everybody looks at me like I have 3 heads when I say that I take a nap.
Well, so I take a nap every day. I try every day at around like 3:30, 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 around there. Half an hour.
Let me tell you, you really do belong in Europe.
Oh my God, for sure. A little 30-minute, 45-minute, I'm up, and I have another 4 hours I can like go at it, just like a quick.
So I take it you're into self-care, obviously. Are there any books or podcasts or anything that you live by that you would want to share to our audience?
Absolutely. So I love Jordan Peterson.
Love him.
He's my client.
Oh,
we're very close. The family and I was with
fangirl right here.
Of them. I'll let you know the next something. They're awesome. Awesome family. And I've known them for a while now. Awesome family. I love that. And it's so crazy like how life is, because Jordan Peterson, I've been listening to him for years on Instagram and all these things. And then I'm working and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Life is funny. So him, awesome.
You give me goosebumps.
His daughter, I was thinking of actually seeing if we can bring him on
I would.
Or something.
We can totally have a follow-up. And if he would come, oh my gosh.
Let's see, you never know. His daughter, Michaela Peterson, is absolutely fantastic. I love her. So she has an amazing podcast too that I listen to.
Okay.
Love her. So
I have not listened to hers.
Michaela Peterson, yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. And then I recently was featured on another podcast called E-Formula, which is a podcast by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. And I was really impressed with it. I thought it was very it was nice. It was 1 hour long, and I was there speaking deep questions from, you want to get married, to like business, to like, and he does that with all the entrepreneurs. So it's nice getting all kind of different sides of business, because it's important, all these questions.
Absolutely. Like you said, everything can't be business 24/7. That's kind of why I wanted to start this, just to get on a more personal level with all of my members. The reality is I really only see you guys when we have our networking cocktails or our luncheons or this and that, and we are strictly business. So I think it's really important to see a different side to everyone.
You're so right. Yeah. And something like this is very conversational, very easy. You kind of very intimate, very real, right? Very
exactly.
So I think it's a great idea. I love it.
Awesome. Any books or just those podcasts?
No, books too. I love Wayne Dyer. I love him. He's like a spiritual motivation guy, energy guy.
Okay.
I love anything by him. Marianne Williamson, it's funny, like the spiritual books kind of help me with the business side of things. It's funny how that kind of works, What else? I've been listening to some new audibles now.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. Yeah. Okay. I love Atomic Habits.
Wow. Ooh, have not heard of that.
Oh my God, you will love it. It's
yes.
getting
Atomic Habits
better every day. Atomic, ATOMIC.
Okay.
That was a good one. Atomic Habits was very, very good. There's a couple, like Never Negotiate the Difference was a very good sales book too. A couple of them that I think are important.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to send me that list.
I'll send you all of them.
I'm going to conclude this by asking you if there's anything else I didn't ask that you wish I asked you and how you would have answered, or if there's something I asked you and you kind of wish you answered it differently, if you want to let me know, or if there's anything else you want to add that we haven't covered.
I think an important part of time management is also delegating. So I think that there's only so much time in a day, so it gets to the point where you can't do it all. So I think delegating and releasing and surrendering to and trusting your team members and your team and your agents and everything like that, I think is really important. So I think that I'm able to manage my time and relax because I have trusted employees, and I'm at that point in my career where we have that. And so I can delegate some items to them, and that has really helped with my time management, where I can go see my family more. And that's how I really reset. I go see my family more, I go do family things, and so I think that
And that is a skill in and of itself, let me tell you.
Oh my God, 1000%. Patience.
I'm a bit of a control freak, so it's like
I know, but you have to
you
let
have
go.
to.
Yeah, you have to. And now and then in order to scale and to grow bigger and bigger, you have to get that formula down packed on your SOPs and what is it that you expect and what are your procedures. So now that's what I'm going into next, is laying down the training manual so that the next person, the next person, the next person can just go, without me having to be there every second of the day. Like, I want people to grow on their own. I want proactive employees. I want proactive people. I'm not a micromanager. I assign you, do your thing, like, that's why remote work is not for everyone, but it's for most people. And if you are, this is great for you.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I have a feeling this is the first of many.
Totally.
I can't wait to see where our really business and personal at this point relationship goes moving forward. Thank you so much. And I look forward to chatting with you again.
More to come. More to come. Thank you, Bettina.